So this will be my interpretation on hmm, Sagittarius. Yes. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the ninth sign of the zodiac. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Yeah, just Jupiter. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Sagittarius is rules the ninth house, the house of occultism. Longer travels and things of that nature. The ninth house opposes the third house, which is the house of short-term travels, in a sense, lower learnings, K through 12. The ninth house is more about higher learnings, higher understandings. So this is why Sagittarius is a very philosophical. They are like their previous zodiac sign. I feel like the energies they intertwine with one another, or it's more like Scorpio when it evolved into Sagittarius. It took some Scorpio traits with it, because Sagittarius is they are very into the occulted things, hidden information. They are willing to go the distance to learn, to study things and understand things thoroughly and deeply. So Sagittariuses, they love to travel. They love expansion, so they love to expose themselves to new things, things of like foreign things, so they enjoy consuming foreign, I want to say foreign food. They just enjoy experiencing new things, expanding. The ruling planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion. It's all about lux, and Jupiter is a happy planet. It's a positive planet, So Sagittarius, they do tend to be optimistic and positive and always happy and always on the bright side of things, the bright side of life, their Sagittariuses tend to have a very expansive energy, like they have such a presence, like when you communicate with the Sagittarius, or just when you process Sagittarius, you really do feel their energy, and you do feel like they have like this sense of energy about them, and it is kind of like mystic, mysterious. Um, it is kind of like the animal that represents them. God, these words are not coming to me today, man. The guy, the horse guy, they do have like that energy of being like mysterious, or something of that nature. Sagittariuses, they are free spirited. They are very adventurous. They are, the 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 fact that a Sagittarius is fuck, what is that thing called? The Sagittarius's symbolic thing is the guy, the half horse, half guy. It simply represents the fact that Sagittariuses, they are in a sense kind of like the bridge between humanity, human, and animal. But what I mean by that is like these guys are very philosophical, they're very evolved in their information and knowledge, but they don't neglect nature, they are drawn to nature and things of that nature. That's interesting. Um, Sagittarius is hmm, they enjoy socializing. They enjoy being around other people. Like they're very good at socializing as well. They are very likable. They're liked by a lot of people. Sagittarius is, they can bring the party to the party. Like the party doesn't start till Mrs. or Mr. Sagittarius comes through. Because Sagittarius is there all about having fun. They're very rather on like the, I want to say bridge, or like the bridge of life. Fuck, I know I'm not saying it right, but what I'm saying is like they're rather more on the like crazy side of life. Like they don't, they don't really particularly are grounded like earth signs, but they're more all over the place, and they are more I want to say exhilarating, but also, like I want to say crazy, but it's just that they're like down for almost anything. One of the reasons is because they're very lucky. Like Sagittarius tend to get lucky. Like me, for instance, my Mars is in Sagittarius, and I utilize the shit out of this energy, like because I understand that luck is on my side, the universe is on my side. Jupiter is like Jupiter is higher learnings, higher teachings. In a sense, Jupiter represents like the teachings of God. It represents wisdom and things of that nature. So Jupiter is indeed connected to God or the universe, or however you want to refer to that higher source energy. So with that being said, Sagittarius is do tend to have the universe on their side, and it's like when you know this, you go places. Like, and Sagittarius tend to know this, that there's something out there that has their back, type of thing. That whenever a Sagittarius does something, there is no half-assing it. They're either all the way in or they're not. Like they don't do the middle. They don't do the middle. They're either in it to win it or not. And because of this, they might have the tendency to fall into, I want to say, maybe like gambling, like a Sagittarius, the Sagittarian energy can be drawn to gambling because it's like it's a risk. They also like risks. They like taking risks. They like to live on the edge of life. And it's like it's a big risk. It's either a big risk. It's like either a big win or a big loss. And this is how Sagittarius plays. They either win big or they lose big. Um. Yeah. Also, Sagittarius is they are very free spirited, easy spirited. I feel like one of the most important things for Sagittarius is their ability to be able to think as they please. Their ability, you know, they desire their freedom, but this is more like um their mental freedom, their a freedom to think as they please. Like once you start trying to indoctrinate or like enforce your own beliefs on Sagittarius, this is when the Sagittarius runs. The horseman, it runs. Sagittarius, they do have the tendency to do this. Like sometimes, instead of like dealing with their problems, they just pack up and leave. They can be also um ruthless, like just sometimes like insensitive, I want to say, and because they sometimes might have the tendency to just tell it like it is and kind of not regard you. But I feel like all the fire signs have this tendency. Fire is very unpredictable, right? Um, Sagittarius, they might also tend to be spiritual and things of that nature. Um, one thing, um, one cool thing about Sagittarius, or the Sagittarian energy, is like, let's say if your Mercury is, I think, in Sagittarius, I think also in Pisces, but I'm just gonna stick to Sagittarius. Like these people, let's say they like, cause they're like they're in a debate with someone, but this is kind of like not a friendly debate, but a debate where there's like shit talking technically. Sagittarian, the way they would talk shit to you is, they would bring up, karma and like hell and things of that nature. Like, like, they would talk about how you have a polluted soul or things of this nature. And I mean, my Mars is in Sagittarius. Mars is also the warrior, and I know why I have a tendency to do this. Like way back, like some crazy shit happened to me, and I was pissed off. So what I did was when I went home, I sat in meditation, and I like, I guess you can say channeled the universe, my higher self, whatever you want to call it. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like I did not deserve that. Like why did that shit just happen? Like I was mad, and then the universe was like, actually, you put yourself in that situation. And then I started thinking, and I was like, holy shit, it was my It was the thoughts that preceded that event. Because I was thinking some shit, you know, like I was thinking this, and that. I was like, man, if this happens, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be this, and this, and that. And then the universe was like, oh, really? Are you? So the universe put me, so that so the universe put me in that situation, and it's like, let's see, let's see if you really are what you speak, or if you're just words, you know. But yeah, you know, through that event, I learned that thoughts are powerful. There's always a good and bad to everything. It just depends on how you choose to perceive it, you know. Um, but yes, Sagittarians. Well, a bad side is they well, okay, look, so Sagittarius tend to be preachers and teachers. Sometimes one thing about the Sagittarian energy is they might preach, but they might not always um live by what they preach. So they might think they might think they are qualified to tell people to preach to other people, but they don't always preach. They don't always apply what they preach, you know. But on top of that, also, Sagittarius wants to be the teacher, and sometimes Sagittarius they feel very intelligent, you know. Sometimes they might feel like I know all of this. They might feel like they know all of this information, but it's like there isn't particularly anything to back it up. You know, they might, or even it's like they just might not want people to tell them what to do because they think I can figure out myself, or I already know what to do. Like, you know, like they can be the know-it-all, you know, be the know-it-all. Uh, because of this, they might have the tendency to want to be the teacher and not the student. So sometimes it's like when you try to teach a Sagittarius something, they might think that you're in a sense belittling it. Like they don't realize that the necessary to be humble and sit down and like Kendrick Lamar said, be humble, sit down, right? Sagittarians, they want to be up and about. They think they're the shit. And I mean, they are the shit. Sagittarians are pretty dope. Like, can I say? Um, I'm a Gemini, so they're my opposite signs, but I love Sagittarians as well. Very interesting. I'm really drawn to the last few ending signs, you know, so this would be like Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Pisces. Aquarius also, but of course, because I'm an air sign, I'm attracted to Aquarius and Libra too. This has been my interpretation on Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed, and like they say, namaste.